And welcome to Mindful Leadership Beyond Borders with my amazing co-host Raj Vashisht and our guest today, Prashant Welling. Prashant hails from Dubai, UAE. Let me tell you about this amazing man. Look at this guy's smile. He's a respected and dedicated professional with experience providing employee development. He teaches team effectiveness, leadership development, consulting, and power coaching with mind kinetics to all levels of an organization. He's able to design and implement strategic plans and develop high performing teams. So I believe the reason why this guy is so talented is because he has a huge heart and an amazing strategic left brain. So welcome, Prashant. So happy to have you with us today. And we're going to discuss something that can affect our business. But
Sure.
for the most, it's really about suffering from physical pain. And I know that you have been suffering from physical pain for quite a while. And how would you describe your pain to our listeners? How would you describe it?
Thank you very much for inviting me for this lovely, wonderful topic, which is maybe a lot of people would be going through the same pain or have gone through the same pain. So it's a wonderful topic to talk. And thank you for inviting me when I'm already going through this pain. So I will be able to talk to you how I am managing it, what is happening, what is going on in my mind, because it's fresh, it's daily.
Yeah.
So physically, the challenge that I have faced is I am 62 years of age, and I have been an active sportsman all my life. Coming from India, cricket is religion that everybody knows, I think. And I have been an avid cricketer, and I stopped playing at the age of 47. So you can imagine that physical fitness was something very close to my heart, and it continues to be.
Yes.
This January, about around the 15th or 20th of January, I started feeling a little bit of weakness in my limbs, on my legs. I could not walk normally. And this continued for almost a week. And I said, okay, must be because of blood pressure, because of this or that. You always think about things which are normal to everybody, and it will go away over a period of time. But it continued to aggravate itself, and I started feeling the pressure of even taking one step forward. I couldn't balance myself while walking, taking my one step backwards. I used to kind of topple over. And then after a week or 10 days, one day I just collapsed on the ground while walking. And that was it. I could not stand. I was helped by two people. They held me up and took me home. After that, there was excruciating pain in my lower back, and that pain was shooting pain right down through both my legs. I was unable to walk at all. And of course, when I say that I was an active sportsman, and such a thing happening was like disaster. For me, the world collapsed around me. There was another reason for this, is basically because I'm also a corporate skills trainer for since 20 years now. 2003, I started doing the training. And of course, you know that trainers passionate trainers do walk around in the classroom. They don't sit in a chair and train. You see, you're up and about. And the first things that flashed in my mind is, oh my God, how am I going to manage this? How am I going to manage my trainings? What is going to happen now? That was the first thought. And then my daily routine got affected adversely on a daily basis. I then spoke to a couple of doctors. I'm doing consultancy for a holistic counseling center, and we have psychiatrists who are actually medical doctors who have done their specialization in psychiatry. So they have connections in various hospitals, and one of the doctors then put me on to a neurologist, and I got my because I went and met him, and he inspected me physically, and he said, "You need to take a MRI scan, and I want to check your scan, and then only I will give you whatever your diagnosis is. I will tell you." So I got that done, and I went to him a couple of days later, and then he saw the pictures, the images, and the scans, and he immediately said that, "My dear friend, your lumbar vertebrae, L4, L5, and S1, have compressed, and that has compressed the nerves which are passing through to your lower body, and that is affected your walking ability. And you need to, there is no medication for this. You need to go and get yourself operated upon. Surgery is the only solution." And I found out the price for it, and it is the expenses are huge. I mean, I can't even think of those kind of expenses because of the challenges that I were otherwise also facing in terms of financial debt, because that kind of saving I don't have. So that's to describe my pain now is basically that there is a 24/7 pain right from my lower body into my to my lumbar back to my lower body. I am unable to sleep on any side, not on my back, not on my left hand side, not on my right hand side, because every time I have to toss and turn, because the pain is excruciating. It is continuous, and it does not let me relax. And that has affected me emotionally, mentally, physically, everything you talk about. It just emanates from the physical pain part of it. So that's my initial explanation about my pain as such. When I sit, it doesn't affect me so much. There is pain, but it is not as much as it is when I am trying to walk or hobble around, or I'm trying to lie down, for that matter.
Mm-hmm. So thanks, Prashant, for opening your heart and sharing. I'm sending you so much love as we speak here. So how has this affected your relationships with your wife, with Lata, your finances, your friendships, and how about your relationship with God? Like, how has this affected you? This pain, this physical pain.
It's a huge impact. In one line, if you want to me to say, but why it has happened, how it has been severely impacted. So it starts everything physically, as I said, and then it goes to my emotions straight away. So my emotional self is affected to begin with, and that then starts the problem. So I will take you through that part of the whole process, and then I will answer those questions that you asked initially to me.
Okay.
So I'm going through a range of emotions for the last 8 months, 7 months for that matter. The emotions are anger, anger with my situation, anger that I'm unable to do whatever I could do normally, anger that I'm unable to contribute to others what I could when I was hale and hearty. And that leads into a lot of sadness for the same reasons. All these things build up the frustration levels within me. And along with this frustration, on the parallel for these three, there is a parallel fear which is going through my emotions continuously. The fear is of a whole lot of things. Fear is basically, how am I going to go ahead? What is going to happen to me? How are others going to react to me? What happens to my my profession or that I'm pursuing on? How are the people going to accept me? Are they going to accept me? Are they not going to accept me? So these are the things which are emotional upheaval is so huge. It has engulfed me completely to begin with. This is leading into the intellectual part. Because of the emotional challenge that I'm facing and going through, I'm struggling to understand why this has happened to me.
Right.
And what the future holds. This is leading to a lot of anxiety within me and a huge amount of worry because of the fear that I mentioned earlier. So you see, it's all going from one state to the other.
Intertwined. Yes. Yes.
They're all intertwined in any case.
Absolutely.
Now, let me come.